to clinch a spot in the playoffs at 4. That means any combination of Perth wins and Aces losses that equals 4 would eliminate the Aces. But still, breathing room still mathematically in it, and we are underway in Melbourne.
You know, normal, he pitched a great game, had to tell him that, and he said, finally.
6 innings of 2-run ball for Flynn. He struck out 9. Second time this season he's fanned 9 batters. 1-2, slider low and away, appeal, down he went. Ward went around, and it's a strikeout for Brian Flynn, so he gets to an even 50 punch-outs on the season.
And that's what you want to expect. I mean, I could have used Flynn's slider as a key to the game.
So Ward is down on strikes on 4 pitches. Here's Michael Martinez, the switch-hitting middle infielder. Taps at the first one foul. It's 0-1. Been to the postseason with 3 different organizations. 1-1, sent in the air to center. Back on it is Robson. And Jacobs under it to make the grab. 2 up, 2 down. As have many of these Adelaide position players. Good pitch outside. Change up down away. 1-1. 1-1. Hard hit on the ground to third, but Glendinning backhands it and sends it across the diamond. And Brian Flynn has a 1-2-3 first. There's the 1-0 to Dale. Swings and rips one foul. It's 1-1.
You know, business as usual for the 2-time defending champs. Turned into a different direction that they had expected.
Dale rips one to left, but Lattimore's right there, makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down. 23 years old from Union City, Tennessee. Left on left, Robson takes a strike. It's 0-1. Consistent this season. Taps one to the right side. Tough play for Ward coming up on it, but he makes the play. 2 up, 2 down for Fowler. Here's Glendinning. Tapper to the left side. That one will roll foul. You know, each time out, it's not just single here, single there. I mean, it's doubles, home runs, you know, multi-hit games. He does it all. That was the game in which Brian Flynn started. You know, Glendinning sends one in the air left field. That drops in front of Lattimore over the head of Martinez, and the Aces have their first hit of the game. Another lefty to face Fowler. He takes a strike on the outer half. The Aces trailed 2-0 at the time. They scored 3 in the top of the 9th. The go-ahead run came on Chris Burke's solo home run. 2-strike pitch, sent in the air, right field. But McCardle is there and hangs up for him, and the inning is over. That's just a credit to how good the pitching's been in the ABL this season. First pitch popped up. Foul ground, Lavarnway with the mask off, but that one's in the crowd. That's a souvenir.
Just on a new level this season.
0-1, make it 0-2 after the Tapper foul.
It's less than 1 run a game, I believe.
Fly ball deep left field. Burke ranges back, but that one's not staying in the yard. A leadoff home run for Quincy Lattimore in the second. And the former ace puts the Giants up 1-0. First pitch strike. Flynn looking to bounce back from that. We'll see if he can get the next 3. Well, I mentioned that the Aces split their Round 8 series at Sydney. Each team, the Aces and Blue Sox, they each grabbed. Those numbers skewed a little bit to the pitching side because the 2 teams played 3 7-inning games in the series. Hot shot to right center. Robson tries to cut it off. He can't get it. And pulling up at second with a stand-up double is Jordan McCardle. Looking to be the next team. Their magic number for a playoff spot is 2. 2-0, sent on the ground to third. Glendinning looks the runner back. Throw to first is low. Osborne couldn't dig it out. Now a throw across the diamond. No, he decided to eat it. So first and third for the Giants after the throwing error from Robbie Glendinning.
Go play for JD at first.
Aces looking to cut this run off. Already down 1-0. Here's Jared Carr, the center fielder. 33rd game of the season for Carr. Has the average at 250, OPS over 700.
Between Perth and the Cavalry.
Did not take long, and that one got Carr on, I believe, the elbow pad. Right now, only worried about getting outs. Doesn't matter how he does it. Bases loaded, ground ball up the middle. It sneaks through. 1 run's in. McCardle scores. Here comes Spence. It's a 2-run single for Jared Rogers, and the line keeps moving for Adelaide. Check swing, but the home plate umpire, Ryan Harder, says he went around. Tapper foul. 2 strikes now on the batter. He's around the plate, and his stuff looks good. But it's the Giants 3 and the Aces nothing. But Flynn picks up another strikeout, give him 51 on the season since he joined the team. Batting average over 350, towards the top of the ABL. 18 MLB draft out of Westchester University. And this guy just keeps hitting. Line drive into left center. Here comes another Adelaide run. Throw goes to third. It's an RBI single for Nick Ward, and it's 4-0 Giants. With the Cleveland Indians. He was actually on the Indians' 2016 World Series roster. He made the final out of that series in Game 7 against the Cubs. Fly ball to center. Robson puts it away. 2 outs here in the second. Hot shot to the right side. That's through into right field. Anthony Kirion with a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline, and another Giants run is in. Lattimore started the inning with a solo home, with a home run over the wall and left. Bats stay hot for Adelaide. 2-1 pitch sent in the air to center. Robson says he's under it. And waits for it to come down. He is under it. The 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the Aces lineup will look to do some damage of their own against Jordan Fowler. Ryan Lavarnway leads things off. Chris Burke and J.D. Osborne to follow. On the New Year's Eve game to get the scoring started for his first ABL hit. And then proceeded to do nothing but hit ever since then. 1-2, tried to check his swing, appeal down to first. He went around, says Stuart Howe.
And a really nice pitch, one of those that Lavarnway.
He's gone 4 or more innings in each of his last 5 outings, as Chris Burke takes a strike on the outer half. In round 3 at Adelaide, he worked 3 1/3 scoreless innings against the Aces. Burke sends one in the air, deep right field. McCardle goes back, looks up, and that one's gone. Off the top of the wall. To be honest, I couldn't see anything with the shadows and the white wall out there, but it's a leadoff double for Chris Burke.
But still what you want from the Aces with 1 out in the inning. Getting a guy into scoring position.
Here in Melbourne, but he is back over in the States. I had a chance to sit down with all 3 of those guys, talk about catching, and should be a really fun finished product once we get that up on our social accounts. Osborne sends one over to third. It gets the runner to third as Burke moves up. Gets a chance to swing the bat, though. Swings to the first pitch and comes up empty. It's 0-1. Put the Aces up 2 in the 10th inning. And the Blue Sox came back for 3 in the bottom of the 10th to win it. He had a game-tying hit, go-ahead RBIs. We've seen it all from him. 0-2, chopper out to short. Martinez has it, and that ends the inning.
Leads off with a 1-0 count. Flynn deals the breaking ball, catches the outside corner to make it 1-1.
So instead of just 4 games in 4 days, 5 games in 6 days. He'll be really ready to go with the normal 4 days rest, the traditional rest that you see over in the States between starts.
Payoff again. Just missing low and away, and it's the first walk of the game to lead off the 3rd inning.
You know, for position players, it's 3 off days. For a starting pitcher, let's say you go game 1 of a series.
First starter of the round for most of the series this year for the Aces as Liam Spence fouls it back to make it 0-2.
It's almost as big as Major League Baseball down there.
1-2, called strike 3. A slider on the outside corner. Nasty pitch by Flynn, freezes Liam Spence.
And then just buckles the knees, and by the time you need to swing, you can't.
The swing there from Jared Carr, lifted out to left, drifting past the wall, foul. Especially for Brian Flynn, nothing bigger than just another strikeout. 0-1. Sliced into left field again. Burke on the run, drifting towards the foul line. This time he'll make the grab for out number 2. Flynn looking over at first, deals. This is lifted high in the air into shallow left field. Backing up on it is Dale. He'll seed it to Burke, who makes the catch for out number 3. And a solid start from Jordan Fowler. First pitch of the bottom half of the inning, an excuse-me check swing. That bounces over the Aces dugout for strike 1. I couldn't really see if that ball ricocheted and accidentally hit someone, as Khalil sends this the opposite way. Easy play for McCardle, who camps and makes the catch for out number 1.
He hits that to left center instead of right at Lattimore and left. Who knows how that inning would have played out.
1-0. Broken bat grounder over to short. Easy play for Martinez, and a good throw makes it 2 away. Really good arm from Martinez. As we take a look, I'm trying to look at that bat from Dale because it sounded like. So 1-0 count to Jacob Robson, who grounded a second his last time up. Takes a breaking ball in there for a called strike.
He can get the job done.
2-1 hit the other way, and that is going, well, somewhere. 2-2.
Try to squeak out an extra run.
2-2. Called strike 3. Robson knew it as that one caught the outside corner. And he's looking to continue that trend against Ian Walters. A good start. Slider on the outside corner to the Giants' third baseman. A strikeout victim of Flynn. Now the 0-1. Hit the other way, but foul. 0-2 for the Giants so far. 2-2. Hit on a line out to right field. Skoll charging, sliding, makes the catch. Jake Skoll with a web jam, and there's the first out.
Skoll played that really well. He was in a little bit, had a good read off the bat, taking a look at the replay right there, and made a nice grab.
Against the first place Adelaide Giants. As the slider in there for a called strike. A great season that he has had so far in the ABL. As the breaking ball gets the outside corner again, 0-2.
Another one of them Johns here in Melbourne Ballpark.
Weak chopper over to first base. Osborne chasing. He's going to have to get there himself as Flynn was late, but Ward beats it out for an infield hit.
She's already using it pretty much every day.
Philly Sid now.
Philly Sid.
Michael Martinez up at the plate. Former Philly John himself as he takes a called strike. I don't think I've heard you use another word more often. 1-1 swing and a miss. A major league battle.
Just where their careers have gone, where their careers go after a stint in the ABL.
Hit up the middle. Diving is Khalil, but that's going to get past him into center. So the big league hitter wins the battle against the big league pitcher. So 2 on, 1 out for Kirion, who lines it into center field for a base hit. High bounce, well fielded by Robson, and a better throw to keep Ward on third base. At double play depth, even the corners are pinched as well. Lined right to Robson. That should be deep enough for a run. Ward's going to tag. 2 outs, but another run for Adelaide. 6-0 to score.
Needed an out to do it. So now with 2 outs in the inning, you got to force that first, second, or third, a chance to get out of it with just that 1-run scoring.
At this stage of the game, the Aces needed 6 runs anyway. Now they need 7. 6 would still tie it. 2 on, 2 outs for Jordan McArdle. Flynn working quickly as McArdle grounds that foul down the first base line. What the Aces on the field don't know is that Perth is currently helping them out. Well, rather, Canberra is currently helping them out. 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. McArdle down on strikes. A run scores, but Brian Flynn with an emphatic end to the 4th inning. Put Glendinning's batting average up a couple of points. Went from 298 to 305 as a get-me-over fastball gets the count to 3-1. 3-1. Inside on the slider, and the count runs full to 3-2. He's just getting the job done. And continues to get on base for Melbourne. He works a walk to lead off the 4th inning. Former 15th round pick by the Texas Rangers as Glendinning thinks about going to second, and Skoll takes a strike. So Skoll's been getting it done with the glove as well. 0-1. Just catching the outside corner on the slider, and it's 0-2. A whole lot of major league talent taken before and after Skoll, and Skoll there takes strike 3. One on New Year's Eve. As this one is hit to short, tailor-made double play. 6, 4, and 3 go the Aces, and the leadoff walk is erased, as is the 4th inning.
As Flynn looks to give his club some innings tonight. 3-0. That misses ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk to Spence to open the inning. See if Flynn can roll up a double play here and get strike 1 on Carr. So 2 walks now in the game for Flynn, plus that hit by pitch. And the 8 Adelaide hits. Big swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
So Flynn needs to get to 57 to regain his strikeout crown.
Well, he gets one there. A called strike 3, give him 5 on the night as Carr heads back to the dugout. Out number 1 in the 5th. And flew out to left his last time up. Takes a first pitch strike, and Flynn looks locked back in. Come out on top of the league leaderboard tonight. But also because this game means so much with 8 to play. So it's within reach for Perth. Tapper in front of the mound. Lavarnway makes the grab. Off-balance throw to first makes the play. They pretty much know they're going to be in the playoffs, but still so much to play for, and they are motivated to clinch this division here in Melbourne. That one gets through Lavarnway's legs, and Spence moves up to third. They've tied up the game with Canberra. They're playing for the division and a playoff spot. 1-0, it's over for a strike, 1-1. A lot to watch for, a lot of storylines late in the year. Liner to center, Robson makes the grab, and that ends the inning.
Get even closer to the playoffs because I just want some more Aces baseball.
No one ready to go home. Chris Burke doubled off the wall in right his first time up.
He certainly doesn't want to go home.
It's Burke, Osborne, and O'Neill 6, 7, 8 against the lefty Fowler, who's back out there. Here's Fowler's 2-2, swing and a miss. Nasty slider down in the zone. And Burke is strikeout victim number 4 for Fowler. Coming off a couple really good seasons in the Phillies organization. Tapper down the third base line. Nice play by Walters. Throw over to first. Got him. Wow. Over the last 2 seasons, he's posted a combined .266 ERA and 64 1/3 innings of work. Over 2 seasons over in the States. Got the sub-2.5 ERA over here in the ABL.
After a really solid 4 2/3 innings.
Swing and a miss there. A 1-2-3 fifth. He is locked in. New pitcher into the ball game. It's a punt 1-2-3 pitching change as right-hander Jeremy Young replaces Brian Flynn, who gave up 6 runs in 5 innings of work. First pitch of Young's night is sent out to deep right center, and it's Robson who makes the play as the leadoff man Nick Ward flies out on 1 pitch. 1 pitch, 1 out for Young, and now the 2-hole hitter Michael Martinez. Martinez taps 1 foul.
It's not a beautiful night for the home team.
Well, I'm hoping that you're able to bring some runs here. Chopper out to second. Khalil has it. Nice play by George. 8th start of the season. He works 5 innings. He's now done that 7 times this year, working 5 innings or more. So getting some work early here in round 9. Flynn threw 94 pitches, 66 strikes. Lazy fly ball to left, and it looks like a 1-2-3 inning for Young. It is. Burke makes the grab. And that's a quick one. I saw a Red Sox hat, a Pirates hat, and a Giants hat.
The Red Sox hat became popular here in Melbourne when the Red Sox broke the curse. I've probably got more Mariners hats myself than there are in the city of Melbourne, I would say.
2-1 from Fowler. Hit hard into center. That sends Carr back. He won't get it. Misread it. Khalil digging for second. It's a leadoff double for George Khalil. Second extra base hit of the game for the Aces, 3rd overall. They played in the series finale in Sydney last weekend, and take a look at that. Nice short stroke from there. Really ripped that ball. It was a ton of fun. Really a great experience as Dale swings the first pitch and sends it foul.
Quite a city, isn't it?
Talk about places where people put that on their bucket list to go see it. Line drive into left. It's down in front of Lattimore. So the first 2 have reached here in the 6th, and the Aces have runners at the corners. A chance to break the shutout with Robson due up. The whole city lit up. That circular key area down by the harbor. It was awesome. Very cool. And also really cool to call a game in the same ballpark that was built. It is a different dynamic. Robson takes on the outer half. It's 1-2. Oof. I do think back to that a lot and just how much I've learned, about the area and Australia in general. Robson went around, according to home plate umpire Ryan Harder.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, too, isn't it?
Overall, just such a cool experience. And, I think back to, the initial Zoom calls with you and Justin Huber, our GM, and got here, hit the ground running, and we're sort of thrown into the fire of, figuring things out.
What's a my key? Called him plenty of times when he was on the other team.
3-2, that misses upstairs, ball 4, and the bases are loaded. So Fowler, who is not allowed to run over 5 1/3 innings of work so far tonight, all of a sudden is in a jam with the bases juiced. 6 strikeouts, 2 walks for the 23-year-old lefty, but he gives way to Mitch Neuenborn on this. Punt 1-2-3, pitching change. Neuenborn, a member of the Australian national team, knows a handful of these Aces players well. No room to work with. Enters into a bases-loaded jam, and he blows a fastball by Skoll. It's 0-1. Aces down 6-0, but that could change quick. Count now 2-2 on Skoll after the foul. Sitting in a beanbag. Watching a game even better. 2-2. Skoll chases. Nowhere to go. He strikes out for out number 2. And Neuenborn does his job, at least part of it, and retires the first batter he faces, keeps the runners where they are. It's just one of those intangibles, and you see how effective it is with how it plays out with some of the other guys on the diamond.
Yep.
Neuenborn has slowed his pace down. Here's the 3-1. Broken bat, grounder to the left side. Tough play, but the play made by Walters. Bare-handed everything. Gets it over to first. Bat shatters, and the inning is over.
Nice play.
Saves a run. The Aces leave him loaded, and Aces still scoreless through 6. It's 6-0 Adelaide. We head to the top of the 7th.
Big league wheels between you and me, Josh. I don't know. He could hit. I'm not sure how well he ran. Lattimore stepping up to the plate here. That home run in the second got things going.
Young sends a 2-1 pitch that's popped into shallow center field. It's Khalil under it. Now it's Dale taking control, who gets the out. It's just not the kind of baseball you've expected from the Aces.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, and just a lot of it's luck, a lot of it's,
It's kind of the case in the Perth game as well. The Heat breaking it open on the Cavalry as the fastball catches the outside corner. It was a tie game heading into the 7th. Now it's the bottom of the 7th in Canberra. The Heat lead the Cavs 8-3. McArdle flips the bat up as he thought it was ball 4. Instead, it's a strikeout for out number 2 here in the 7th. First K of the day for Jeremy Young.
Flynn really struggling.
And it was really just the one inning for Flynn as this one's lined into center. Robson going back. Easy one-handed grab and an easy 1-2-3 for Jeremy Young. It's a pass ball here, but in Jamison's home field, it's an own goal. I did have a chance to catch a Melbourne City match when I was in the season earlier as Burke popped this one up into shallow right field. Seated to the center fielder, Jared Carr makes the grab for out number 1. And, of course, the English Giants in Manchester City as well.
Yes.
First pitch to J.D. Osborne right over the plate for a called strike. So it's an 0-1 to Osborne. The pitch by Neuenborn in there for a strike again. Neuenborn taking his time, kicks and deals. 0-2, cut on and missed, and there's 2 outs in the 7th. Yeah, I think he's going to stick on the mound next time. Sorry, Jack. An excuse me foul ball from Matt O'Neill, who does have a future behind the plate in a 2-day affair. Second day of the season. 0-1. This is hammered high into right field, but is right in front of the track for McArdle, and there's out number 3.
Fifth, sixth inning, still going with those Ray-Bans.
He doesn't take them off. 2-2 now as that's fouled away. 4 earned runs and out of 5 total. Did the job. Jeremy Young, though, doing the job here. He's retired 7 of 7.
Really clever the way you use your pitching staffs.
2-0. Right over the heart of the plate, and it's a called strike. We've seen him in situations where you need to get those high leverage outs. We've seen him where you just need to keep the Aces in the game, as he's doing here. Easy grounder to Dale, 2 outs here in the 8th inning. So 2 gone, and the number 9 hitter up for Adelaide. Yeah, it was me as well. 2-1. Hit on a line right to the second baseman. Easy play for George Khalil. 9 up, 9 down for Jeremy Young. He has looked spectacular tonight and making it look easy. He's been really solid against Adelaide this season as he swings and misses an outside fastball to make it 0-1. The 0-1. Right down the pipe, and it's 0-2. I thought it did. 0-2. Khalil lets it go, just missing out. Oh, actually, that's a strike. A couple of balls. We've seen plenty of hard hit balls going right at fielders. 0-1. Dale sends it back up the middle. Is that going to sneak through? It's not. Michael Martinez whirling dervish, and he sends it to first base for out number 2.
Get comfortable. It was a really interesting point.
3-0, called strike, and it's 3-1. A minor league season, we're not even at the quarter mark.
Yep.
A 2-out walk there to Jacob Robson, a guy with plenty of minor league experience.
AAA club for Kansas City.
First pitch to Glendenning over there for a called strike. A big congrats to Nick Batters, a former Aces broadcaster.
Oh, that's great.
Nick taking his job. Really well-deserved. A guy that I don't know personally, but staying in Double-A after missing 2021 with an injury. 1-2. Swing and a miss. There's strike 3, and that ends the 8th inning.
The Aces make another pitching change. Right-hander Jack Enciando into the game on this punt 1-2-3 pitching change. Brian Flynn went the first 5, then 3 spectacular frames from Young, and now Enciando. Just talk ball and have some fun going back and forth, and conversation is always good. Once against Perth in round 2, once in Geelong in round 6, then twice against Canberra in round 7. Diving stop by Dale to keep it in front, but it's an infield hit for Nick Ward, who just keeps hitting. 3 for 5 tonight. Continues to get on base. And he puts the ball in play. Here's Martinez, who swings and fouls one back. And that was the last postseason run that any Philly scored for a decade, until the Phillies scored in Game 1 of the wild card round against the Cardinals this past season. Yankees wouldn't know anything about Cinderella stories either. They're never the Cinderella. Ground ball up the middle. Dale waits back on it. Flip to Khalil. Over to first. Throw off line. Tag off as well. So a fielder's choice. The Aces get the lead runner. Martinez safe at first. And when the Aces played round 3 at Adelaide, this is a guy who was hitting in the bottom third of the order.
Definitely want to do that. Save some money and lock in some Aces tickets for 2023-2024.
Hot shot to the left side. That's through. It's Kirion's third hit of the night. 1 for 3, driven in 2, the solo homer and a sac fly. Stringing hits together is something that Adelaide's done today. Keep the deficit where it is. Here's the 3-2, swing and a miss. Lattimore down on strikes. Enciando's first strikeout, second out of the 9th. He rips one over the head of Osborne into the right field corner. Here comes Ward. Stopping at third is Kirion, and it's now a 7-0 Adelaide lead. A 2-out RBI double for Jordan McCardle. Well, the Adelaide native adds an insurance run for the Giants. He's reached twice tonight, once safely. Reached on an error in the 2nd and walked in the 5th. He's also scored a run. But with runners at 2nd and 3rd, or bases loaded, or just a runner at 3rd, guys can work out of the windup if they choose. Nice pick over at first by Osborne on a throw in the dirt by Glendenning, and the Aces end the top of the 9th. Pitching change for Adelaide. We've got a punt 1-2-3 pitching change as they bring on Bubby Rossman III. He's got Skoll, Lavarnway, and Burke, the middle of the Aces order, 4, 5, 6. Still a fighting chance. Skoll swings and misses at that high fastball. It's 1-2.
They have had the ability to get wins in just about every game they've played.
Skoll chases a fastball in the outer half. He's out number 1. Swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. I mean, I'll tell you, Josh, I could listen to this guy talk about baseball all day. You're going to pick up some things that other guys just don't see out on the diamond. Ground ball to short. Martinez, an off-balance throw. Handled by Spence. Those two teammates down with low A Clearwater. 3-0, fastball over. It's 3-1.
Is just the bond between a pitcher and a catcher, so that must have been a couple of fun at-bats.
Burke takes ball 4. Super utility guy, if you will.
Over the course of the year, I mean, you'd be hard-pressed to tell me that he hasn't been a lifelong first baseman, third baseman.
And just the fact that he can go behind the plate, too, is huge. And that he can swing as good of a bat as he does. 2-2, swing and a miss. So that ends the game. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left in the 9th for the Aces. And Rossman closes things out.